What if I told you that the difference between financial freedom and financial chaos was not about intelligence? Today, what I want to do is I want to break down these 5 daily money habits that separate financial winners from people that get stuck on the financial struggle bus. And the first habit is you've got to automate everything. So whether it's paying your bills, whether it's having money go to your savings account, whether it's money going into your Fidelity, your Vanguard, your Charles Schwab, your Robinhood account, where money happens automatically. You don't need to give it permission. You just set it up and it does it. And why is this? Because going forward in the future, you don't need to set up more stressful behaviors. You need to set it up all one time in a system. And that way the percentages, however you set them up, will automatically happen. And that way, when you make more, you will invest more. And as you can get that spread from, how much of your budget you need to live on, as I was talking about, the 50, 30, 20 budget where you're investing 20% and living off the 80, if all of a sudden you can live off 70 and then 60 and then 50%, you can really make this work. So you got to automate everything. And then what you want to do is track your net worth monthly. So wealth is your assets minus your liability. So like if you have a house and it's worth $1 million, if you sold it, but you had a loan for $500,000, your net worth on that house is really only $500,000. So you want to know these numbers. I do it. I can show you how to do it. I do it for my rental property. I do it for my commercial building. I do it for my property management company. I do it for my retirement accounts, and I do it for my non-retirement accounts. And in every given month, I do it once a month. I can let you know exactly where I am as far as my financials go. And the whole point of that is it gives you clarity. It gives you motivation. It lets you know how these numbers are growing. I personally do it old school on a spreadsheet, but you could do it on an app. There's lots of different ways you can do it that is more modern than the way I do it. I just have done it that way for a long time, and that's the way that I like to do it. So good for me, but you can do it however you want to. The third one is you've got to review your spending. And at least initially, you can do it weekly. I honestly spend 2 minutes a day. I have my credit card, my debit card, all my apps are on my phone. And the reason why I check it every day is because sometimes I will see a fraudulent charge. I've got business accounts and some of those have some high limits. And so I check it daily. It literally takes me 2 or 3 minutes. You can do it once a week, once a month. As you get better at it, you can do it less frequently. But I think at least initially, you should do it once a week because spending is where you will really screw your budget up. And it's part of why you stay on the struggle bus rather than winning at this game. And the reason we do it is not to judge. It's to understand. So you'll start to see some of the patterns that you're doing, whether it's eating out too much, whether it's, whatever it might be that is causing you to have financial difficulties. And it's really about awareness equaling power. If you create awareness of what your money is doing and where it's going, then that is how you're going to win at this game. The next one is you want to read or learn something about money every month. So whether that's one podcast, whether it's reading one book, whether it's like this today, watching one YouTube video, wealthy people, they never stop learning. They don't just wing it. They evolve over time. And there's lots of things you can invest in now that I couldn't when I was in my 20s. Things like 401ks and Roth IRAs and all different kinds of investments change over time. Obviously, in today's world, you have crypto and there's other things that people could or couldn't be doing. So you want to continue to learn about it. As much as I teach it to everybody else, I'm watching lots of other people trying to learn things that maybe I was unaware of or that I don't know. And the fifth habit that you really need to work on is you need to hang out with what I call other builders, meaning if your crew and the boys you hang out with, they blow their paycheck and they live paycheck to paycheck or they're going deep into debt, guess what? You're probably going to be doing the same things that they're doing. So you don't want to do those things. Well, let's say you're hanging around people and they invest their money. They plan and dream about things that are much bigger than what they're doing now. You will rise to match them. And, at some point, I hate to say you have to audit your circle. And if your circle isn't serving you, you're going to have to upgrade it. Now, it doesn't mean you still can't hang around those people, but you're going to need upgraded people that will help you get on this winning path rather than staying on the struggle bus. So you got to audit that circle and you got to upgrade it. Okay. And while you're doing all this, what you need to do is address the fear. I know when some people start to make more money, get wealthier, start making investments, you start to feel like, wow, one, I don't deserve this, or this feels like too much work and too much effort, but it's a mindset shift. And you're not going to do all these things all at once. All these habits that we're talking about putting in place, we want to choose them one at a time. What feels doable? How do we get started? And baby step your way into making all these things work for yourself. And you'll be surprised at what you can do. So Success doing this isn't about being perfect. It's about starting. It's about gaining momentum. I compare this all the time when someone's trying to lose weight. Like my daughter now is pushing 60 pounds now. And it was slowly but surely happening over a year plus worth of time. It wasn't something where she just, gained all that weight quickly. She gained it slowly over time, and now she's losing it back over time. So it's about getting momentum. It's about building confidence and understanding what you're doing. So you don't want to ignore your bank accounts. You got to figure out how to get a control of the random impulse spending. You got to stop telling yourself you're bad with money or you don't understand it and you don't have financial literacy. We can teach it to you. Follow and subscribe to the channel. We're happy to teach you all these things. And you got to stop hanging around people with broke mindsets that are struggling financially. It's just, if you're going to hang around those people, you're going to continue to struggle. So you want to replace reaction with routine. You want to replace guilt with clarity. And we want to replace the chaos that probably is your financial system now with consistency. And all these things together is what separates and what replaces, winners from people on the struggle bus. To be honest with you, the long-term routines to build wealth, they're honestly boring. We talked about this way back when I was in college. We wanted to be the tortoise, not the hare, and slow and steady, slow and steady, slow and steady. And if you do all these fundamental things, and then your budget starts to spread, you've got extra money and you want to try to hit a home run and do crypto or buy an individual stock or do some of these things, you can, but don't chase the hype. You want to create stability in your finances. And when you do, and then your investments and your money start making money, you're not going to have to hustle harder. You're not going to have to keep starting from scratch and starting over, because at the end of the day, having money isn't the goal. Money is just a tool. And the habits are what you set up and tell money to do, because money is emotionless. It only does what you tell it to do. And the whole point of it is you want it to serve you. You want to be able to create freedom. You want to be able to create security. You want to be able to create options and choices for yourself so that you'll be able to do the things you want to start. And to be honest with you, it all starts today. So don't wait till Monday. Don't wait till later this week. Watch this video, go in place, and start to put these things in place. What I would love for you to be able to do is send me a message, send me a DM, reach out to me, and tell me what habit you actually started doing. What boring, consistent habit did you start doing? And again, it's not about overnight wins. It's about getting off that struggle bus. And this is honestly what separates the winners financially from people that never get there. And again, if you talk to people that don't do it, they're never going to do it. But I just really think that you can win, especially, and I'm hoping this is going to young people. Tell your friends. If your parents don't understand it, I'm happy to help them too, but they're going to have a different category. I'm 54. My kids are in their 20s. So that time horizon for them is so much better than it is for me, that we can show them how that time component that I don't have anymore just means I'd have to do things a little differently if I was starting from scratch now. So with all that being said, don't forget the habits. Go back and watch this video again if you have questions about it. There's lots of other good content on this channel that talks about some of the things in order to get some of this stuff in place. But please shoot me a message. Let me know what you put in place and that you got started, and reach out anytime.